LG's old LED TVs tend to steal all the headlines, but the company has quite a bit coming out in 2022 that you're gonna wanna know about. Welcome back everyone. I'm Arfat. And today we're gonna check out the LG's QNED TV lineup. There have been some developments there. Gotta talk Mini LED, right? Wouldn't be CS without it. Also some notable improvements to LG's Dolby soundbar lineup. We're gonna take a look at that, toss in some 8K gaming footage while we're at it, and maybe check out some new, true wireless earbuds. Let's go. Alright. So let's start with LG's QNED Mini LED TV lineup, which for 2022 sees some improvements over the 2021 versions. Now, if you missed last year's news or you missed my review of the QNED 99 TV, then basically what we're looking at is a TV that has a ton, like thousands of mini LED backlights, instead of just a handful or 100 or so, full-size LED backlights. That gives you a tremendous amount of control potential. But on top of that, we're looking at both quantum dots and nanocell plus technology to enhance color volume and brightness. So what you get is a super punchy picture with tremendous brightness potential in the HD, R highlights, along with really incredible black levels and control of the backlights, so that when you have bright objects on a black background, you don't get much in the way of halo around them. Getting close to what LG OLED does for black levels and contrast, but enhancing that with an even brighter, punchier pitch. Sure. It's cool to see in person. Now, we checked out the QNED 99 earlier this year, which is an 8K model. They also have the QN90, which is a 4K model. You lose a few zones, but not a ton, still tremendous control over the backlight. And thanks to the Alpha 9 Gen 5 process, we're gonna see even more powerful control over the backlight system, as well as, more powerful dynamic tone mapping, where they're analyzing more sections of the picture to bring you the best contrast that you can get while not missing any special highlights or shadow detail. We can move on down the line to the QNED AD5, which again, maintains mini LED. It's just got fewer zones, built into it. And then when we land at the QNED 80, we don't have mini LED backlighting, and we don't have a full array, local dimming. It's an edge-lit TV, but it's still 4K. It still has quantum dots and nanocell plus technology. So it has that enhanced color gamut. That's a tremendous amount of value for a television that is going to be priced extremely competitively. Now, once you move out of the QNED line, mini LED or otherwise, you're firmly into LG's D lineup. These TVs still sport the nanocell technology. So you're getting expanded color from these televisions, but the value is much higher and they all got a facelift. So one of the things LG wanted to do was make these TVs look premium, even though they aren't priced at the premium tier. And they do that. You get a very slick, smart-looking smart TV, and speaking of smarts, I feel like we need to bring WebOS back into the picture. As a reminder, if you saw our OED video, WebOS has seen a couple of notable improvements. One of which is that you can build in profiles. So each person in the home can have their profile. That means custom content recommendations. You can customize the app order. You can customize the order in which the different info ribbons come up, and that can be carried for as many residents in the home as you want. There is also, however, probably my favorite new thing about WebOS, a wireless transmission feature, which allows you to, let's say, take the live TV or cable or satellite box feed that you have on one TV and wirelessly beam it to another TV in the home. Now, this is not available to all LG TVs. You do require a 2022 model to be on the receiving end of this, but what's cool is you don't have to have a cable box on every TV in the home. You can beam that content from one TV to another and have complete control over it from that new location. And when you're done, you just kind of hand it back to the master TV in the house. It's a slick feature that I think it's gonna be very practical for a lot of people. Now, I wanna talk a little bit about the LG's door will be at most soundbar 2 models in particular that we're taking a look at here today. We're gonna start with the S95QR. That is the flagship Dolby at most soundbars. And there are a few improvements that we're seeing here. I wanna hone in right away on the new 8-inch Super. So that's an 8-inch driver in the Super enclosure. That's bigger, that's a 7-inch one that we've seen before. More powerful amplification, better control of the driver. Just a great build on the subwoofer in general. I kind of like the look a little bit better as well. So that's gonna lay down a great foundation. Now, if we take a look at the soundbar itself, it has a new upward firing center speaker. Now, this isn't part of Dolby to spec, right? There is no up firing center channel. However, in this particular case, what that center speaker does is lift the voice in the overall mix. So it's gonna seem like the voices come from the television itself, even though the soundbar is placed well below the television. In addition to the sort of sonic hologram that paints, it also adds a lot of dialogue and intelligibility to otherwise saturated surround effect moments. So if we're watching a movie where there's tons of action going on, and they're trying to slip in some snarky dialogue to make it fun, I mean, that's kind of Marvel chic, isn't it? Well, you're gonna be able to hear what's said amid all that action and not miss a single word. The other improvement would be to the surround speakers, which have this almost like the bipolar design to them. So they put 2 surround speakers, one on each side at an angle, and added that to the already upward firing Dolby at most channels so that you are getting about 6 total speakers involved in your surround mix. That's going to sort of fat up the surround sound stage and offer a little bit more contiguous sound around 360 degrees. I've experienced it in person and not, even in a particularly great place to audition audio. And I'm impressed. It sounds fantastic. The placement of sound objects, with that presentation was spectacular. And like I said before, the dialogue is extremely clear and placed right at the center of the television. Now, if you're not trying to shoot for the moon with the flagship soundbar there is another option, the SAD-QY is the step-down version. It does not come with surround speakers though. You can add them if you want to. It does, however, come with a new and improved Super as well as that center channel improvement. So even right there with the 3.10.2 system, that up-firing center channel with clear dialogue and high-impact bass, you're looking at a significant upgrade from your TV audio. While we're here, I have to mention that we got a chance to play some 8K games on an 8K TV. And, oh, my word, if there was ever an argument in favor of 8K, this is it. It's a growing catalog, a growing library of 8K gaming titles that look spectacular on a large format display. It just kind of changes the way I look at gaming. Of course, we were very fortunate to have a high-end gaming PC here with one of the latest graphic cards that could push 8K 60K content. But that's one of the great things about LG's TVs right now, their HDMI 2.1 port support up to 48 gigabits per second. So every single thing your high-end gaming PC card could throw at the TV, it can take it. And when it finally displays it, it looks fantastic. And don't forget there are also G-Sync and FreeSync Premium certified. So we're talking about the ultimate gaming experience in 8K with HDR throw in Dolby Vision. Oh, and it's a TV, not just a gaming display. I mean, what more do you want while we're here? I also want to bring up the new LG Tone free earbuds. This wasn't really on my radar when I came down here. I'm down here for TVs and soundbars, right? But I couldn't help but take note because these are AirPods killers. If ever I saw one AirPods Pro killer, let me be more specific. So the top-end model, has a very compact design with a highly ergonomic, earpiece that's medical grade, silicone on the tip. The UV light inside of the case is gonna kill all the nasties that your ears might put on them. And I can't think of a better time to have that than a global pandemic. Thank you very much. There's gonna be active noise cancelling with these headphones as well. All the bells and whistles, excellent battery life. But the thing I love the most in the flagship set of LG Tone Free is that the case becomes a Bluetooth wireless transmitter. And you can do so much with that. Take a USB-C to 1/8 inch headphone mini jack cable. You can plug anything into the case and it's gonna wirelessly beam the audio to your true wireless headphones. There are some pretty obvious applications for that. Like if you're at the gym and you want to plug into your equipment and listen to the TV sound, or if you're on an airplane and you need to jack into the airline audio system, so you can watch their movies on their device without having to pull out your laptop, that's gonna work out great. But imagine hitting the headphone jack of television, if you wanted to any on an audio device that you want to, and instantly converting it into wireless for earbuds. Love that. I think that was a slick move. So I had to toss it in there right at the end.